Okay, here's a riddle for you. Name a word with all of the vowels of the English language that is also very important to California and represents one of the best-selling vehicles from Toyota. If you answered Sequoia, you would be correct. That's the word, and that's the name of this custom Taylor guitar that I'm going to tell you all about, so stick around. Hey, you're watching Alamo Music TV. My name is Chris McKee with Alamo Music in San Antonio, Texas. You can find us online at alamomusic.com. If you're new to our channel, subscribe, turn on notifications, like our videos. If you want to support the channel, visit our spring store link below for custom swag. Check out our podcast, the Fretboard Confessional, that will have some new episodes very shortly. And you can buy stuff from us and all of that fun stuff, like this guitar that I'm going to tell you about. So this is the Sequoia. Now, at the Catch event this past January, it was the first time that I've seen Taylor actually name certain models. And in the world of high-end custom guitars, it's all about exclusivity when it comes to inlays and unique features that are hard to find. And you can create something yourself. But what's interesting about the Catch event is Taylor goes and they create a bunch of guitars with very unique options, sometimes so unique that they haven't typically been available in the custom program. Sometimes they may be a testing ground for design, or something new that they've come up with that they're featuring for the first time. And this year, there was a lot of really cool guitars, but there were specific ones that had names. And those were all limited to a very specific number of production number because it was based upon the materials that they had. This was one such guitar. Now, if you haven't seen our videos talking about the Catch custom guitars from Taylor before, here's how they work. We as a dealer are invited to an event with a bunch of other dealers. There are beautiful guitars all around, and each of these guitars has their specific specifications, and we're able to bid on the opportunity to purchase one of those guitars to make it available through our stores. Some of those guitars, if we win it, we get the one on the table. If we don't, they'll rebuild it, sometimes to a limited number, sometimes based upon however many orders that they get. That's how the Catch event works. And we've typically said that they represent a really good value because if you were to go through and choose the different options, it would usually be a lot more expensive than what the guitar comes out to be. That being said, they're still, relatively expensive guitars because they are custom guitars after all. So let's talk about this very special custom guitar. It's got really interesting features to it, and I think it aptly showcases its namesake, the Sequoia or the Redwood. In this case, it's what graces the top of the guitar. It is Sinker Redwood. Now, Sinker Redwood, we've talked about on the channel. If you're not familiar, these were giant redwood trees, Sequoia trees, cut down in California's past, Northern California, floated on rivers to get to lumber mills back in the day, long before trucks would take the logs. And a lot of them sank and they were in the silt of the river, later to be dredged up, colored by all of the minerals that leached into the wood, and preserving the very unique and very old growth redwood trees that these represent. So they look cool because they've been down there, but what's really great about them is that they are old trees. And they were old when they were cut down. They've been preserved for a long time. They make very, very special guitars with great tops. So we have one such here. There's a little bit of striping on it, which comes from those mineral deposits that leach into the wood. And it's a really nice coloration. It's bound completely in flamed Hawaiian koa, another rare wood. And that is a really nice contrast to the back and sides, which are an edge burst finished set of Cocobolo. Really beautiful. Now, Cocobolo is almost becoming unobtainium in the guitar world. It is difficult to get. It is highly sought after, making this a very special guitar just based upon the tonewoods that are being used to create it alone. Now, it features Taylor's V-Class bracing, ebony bridge with these beautiful polished bone bridge pins with the opal dots. We've seen that on a few others. The rosette and the inlay on this fingerboard are rather unique. It's a combination of mother of pearl and koa in a design called faceted by Taylor. So going up the ebony fingerboard that also has some stripe of purfling from the koa up there that comes all the way past the nut and frames the really nice headstock, understated elegance with just the ebony and the logo. But you will notice something about the tuners. Those are Goto 510 luxury tuners, really nice buttons. It's got a back strap of ebony on the back of the headstock. And then a very subtle feature in the edgeverse finished neck on this guitar is that it is a highly flamed piece of mahogany for the neck, and it is really beautiful. It's 25.5-inch scale, 1 3/4-inch nut width, very comfortable to play, typical Taylor, and it is equipped with an ES2 pickup. So if you want to take this guitar and you want to perform with it, it is plugged in, ready to go. All of these features really amount to a guitar with a lot of touch sensitivity and a very nice voice. I'm not going to describe it anymore. I want you to take a listen to the demo for yourself, and then we'll talk about it on the other side. So take a listen. Okay, so there you have it. Sinker Redwood, Cocobolo, flamed mahogany neck, beautiful inlays, luxury tuners. It's a custom guitar. What's it sound like? It sounds really, really nice. So Sinker Redwood is, we often describe it as cedar on steroids. Why? Because it has the touch sensitivity that cedar does, both being relatively soft woods compared to spruce. You don't have to put a lot of energy into it to get it to really resonate, to sustain, to ring. Part of what comes out of that is an accentuation of the characteristics of the back and side wood. So when you pair it with something like Cocobolo, what you get is a nice strong bass response from Cocobolo. You get really nice glass-like highs, and you get all of these wonderful overtones. And those overtones are increased with really nice sustain when you pair it with something like Sinker Redwood. But unlike cedar, you have a little bit more headroom with the Sequoia tree than you do with the cedar tree, which means you can lay into it with a pick, or as you're playing fingerstyle, whatever, it's going to give you more volume, more robustness. How touch sensitive is this guitar? You know, hammer-ons are like a dream. You can hammer on and pull off and play very fluidly with this guitar, which is what I really like about it. And it will just be chimey, and it will just ring. So it looks beautiful. It looks the part. It also sounds phenomenal. So how many of these do we have? We have one. They were limited in number. Every dealer who was able to get one of these, I think it was limited to like 10 or 12. I would have to go back and double check, but it was a very small number, mostly based upon the limitation of the materials. Sinker Redwood is not in abundance, but even less so is Cocobolo. Cocobolo is becoming very difficult. We've had a lot of companies tell us no more for the foreseeable future. That could change at some point, but it's a species that's kind of hard to get. And so I should also say, in finished form, it's fine. Cocobolo offers some very unique challenges when you're working with it. So for all of you budding guitar makers or woodworkers out there, if you try to get your hands on a set of them, you should know you should wear a respirator. You should cover everything. The oils in it are toxic to your skin, to your lungs, but it does make a beautiful guitar when it's all said and done. So if you'd like more information about this very unique model that, again, we have one of, go to our website, alamomusic.com. You can take a look at all of the photos we've done of this guitar, go through all of the specifications. You can buy it right online, but if you have questions on it, you can message us, give us a call, email, or come in. We'll be glad to help you with this or any other guitar. We have a great selection of Taylor guitars that are custom models, as well as custom Martins right now, pre-owned custom guitars. If you're looking for a custom guitar, you've come to the right place. We've got one for you. And if you don't like what we have, we can help you build one. We're kind of experts at it. So make sure to reach out to us if you want to make your custom guitar dream come true. And if you're new to our channel, subscribe, turn on notifications, like our videos because they're likable. We're likable, right? Share them with your friends. Keep coming back for more. I'll see you next time.